Welcome to TrailManners, the podcast so dedicated to mountain trails and running that they broadcast out of a 78 Volkswagen bus in the mountains. Who does that? Eric and Joel are your hosts and will bring you the trail life as you may have not heard it before. You hear about everything from gear reviews, nutrition to keep you upright and moving forward, and they'll even bring guests into the bus for conversations that you won't hear anywhere else. It's time for some running adventures on a higher elevation. The old 78 Volkswagen bus is fired up and headed to the mountains. Here are your hosts for TrailManners, proudly representing the 801 with their passion and love for the trails, Eric Manning and Joel Hatch.
Hello, welcome to the TrailManners podcast, episode number 68, and we've got back our good friend Luke Nilsson today. So if this is your first time listening, then thanks for coming. The TrailManners podcast is produced every week for your enjoyment, and show notes are found at trailmanners.com. Come back often, or please feel free to add the podcast to your favorite RSS feed or iTunes. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at TrailManners. All links are in the show notes. Now let's get after it. All right, welcome back to the TrailManners podcast, episode number 68.
Yeah.
And we've got another three-time.
The three-time champion.
Yeah, he is the champion. He is absolutely the champion. We got Luke Nilsson, the champion, with us tonight. And we are in a new studio setting tonight. Yes. I'm on a plush leather couch, which is kind of nice.
I know.
I like it. Joel's sitting on a heater.
Yeah. I was afraid if I got in the couch, I wouldn't get out.
Yeah. I thought you were just scared of me.
No.
It's cozy.
Nobody's cuffed to the bed yet.
No one's, not yet. It's got some metal railing, though.
That's right, baby.
This is kind of the party room, maybe. I don't know.
Listen, I don't spend a whole lot of time down here.
Yeah, you don't.
No, I don't.
Only when the guys come over.
Yeah, exactly. Fellas, let's go down to the guest bedroom. Yeah.
You get all excited. I
Yeah.
can use the bedroom.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Luke, before we even get going, how do you feel about being the most listened to guest we've had ever in the existence, in the history of the TrailManners podcast, ever?
Oh, I had no idea that
Yeah.
I had that honor.
Oh, that's going to make Turtle even more upset.
Yeah.
Because he sends me texts and asks me where he's located.
He's
on
checking
the drink.
his listening.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's
his
totally.
analytics.
Yes.
And he says, I know Luke and his family sit at home and just click download to increase his plays.
Well, I can attest to Turtle that's not true. He just needs to up his game. If that's
yeah.
trying to call us out on here.
You like that? Yeah, he texts me. He's like, that's a bunch of crap. I should be number one. I'm like, yeah, you got to bring it, man. Sorry.
I know.
It's like
Sometimes you just try too hard, Turtle, I guess.
that's it. You just got to let it happen, right? That's what
Magic's
Luke
gotta
just
roll
lets it
out.
happen. He
True.
doesn't even know.
He
and
tries
he's
to
like,
force it, and what happens? He gets sold short.
That's right, man. So, yeah, you are number one listened to guest of all
That's
time.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
By it was a slimmer margin that I would have picked. I think
Who's number two?
Turtle.
Turtle.
Oh, man.
Isn't
Number
that
one? He's number two.
That's
But
exciting.
after his last show, that
He's gonna be
when
gonna
he sang
drop.
Shania?
he's gonna
Or even a more
No.
recent. Did he sing more Shania?
no,
No, he could have, and that would have been infinitely better than.
what happened
Yeah.
on our last show. So our last show we had him on, and we probably lost some listenership, and he might drop in the rankings a little bit
He's going to drop
going
for
forward.
sure. I'm going to dock him.
Joel's gonna dock him, and then as we before we even came on, we were kind of talking about his mustache.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's weak sauce.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. I saw it today, and I can't get it out of my head.
It's one of those
But not
things.
one of those things that I want in my head.
It's
Yep.
not like Power Stash, Tolbert.
Yeah.
O'Brien?
Yeah.
Power mustache.
Yeah.
Where
For
you
sure.
totally like.
Well, and they were
admire it.
face to face.
Ooh.
So it was like this mustache
The
duel.
stash off.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's where he's going to lose more, though, right? I mean, when you're around quality like that, you
True.
just. I mean, if you're by yourself, you got nothing to compare it to. But then you put yourself in front of that type of quality, then it's like,
It's
oh,
a tough game.
Yeah,
Tough game.
this means you turn around, and walk away.
More work. Just got to work.
You got to work for
Or
it,
not trim it. Or whatever.
or either both, right? Work for it, not trim it,
Or give
like,
up.
Shampoo it with the horse shampoo that supposedly makes
Magic
your hair
mane.
grows faster. Or something. Not that I would know that, but apparently I do. So what brings you to Utah?
Well, I had an epic white knuckling drive last night from Pocatello to get down to the Outdoor Retailer Trade Show. Came down to meet with companies I work with, high five members of the tribe, if you will.
Nice.
I saw a famous beard today.
Uh-oh.
The famous beer.
The
famous
famous
beer.
beer. You see, we know who you're automatically. We know who
Yeah.
you're talking
Yeah,
about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one of the greatest guys on the planet.
Yeah.
Right.
So good to
we,
catch up.
We can definitely attest to that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, who are some of the companies that you work with?
So number one, Patagonia.
Yeah.
Super happy to be able to work with them. Amazing company. Met with Goo while I was down there.
Nice.
Had a relationship with Goo for a little while, and that's ongoing and improving. And tell you, they've got some awesome stuff coming. Can't tell you what it is.
That's
but
okay.
That's
it's
all
going
right.
to be exciting.
Well, even last fall when they brought new stuff out was door blowing.
Yeah,
right?
the
'Cause we-
Stroopwafel, right?
And the tea.
Stroopwafel and the
Oh,
tea. I can't
Summit
get over
tea.
the tea. I'm excited to use the Summit tea a lot this year.
I know.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So good. So good. Yeah, so a couple new flavors coming, other stuff.
Other
coming.
stuff with a grin. When you're in the know, you're in the know.
That's right.
Totally.
So
totally.
Patagonia, Goo. Who else were you hanging out
I
with?
met with folks at Jaybird.
Nice.
Pretty awesome headphone company.
Yeah.
Based out of Salt Lake.
Yep.
Make some amazing Bluetooth headphones. Worth checking out. I'm going to be doing some work with them, it looks like.
Awesome.
And Zeal Optics. They're another one of the companies that I've worked with for a little over a year now. Amazing sunglasses.
Nice.
They've got some... You know the coolest thing about them? All their lenses are plant-based.
Really?
Yeah.
So you can eat them?
Yeah. I bet they taste like kale.
Yeah.
I like kale, so I'm okay with
They
that.
might be yummy. But
Throw
anyway,
some
so
sriracha
instead
on
of
'em?
being like a sriracha sunglasses. Anyway,
Don't want
so-
that in your eyes.
No,
Yeah.
the sriracha it burns.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
I'm a sunglass guy, so I
Oh,
definitely
man.
have to take a look.
Take a look. They'll be up at a little event that we're having in June.
Oh.
So you'll be able to try some on.
I have to find out more about that.
I
That's
know.
just a thing we do on a weekend.
Right.
Huh.
First Saturday in June.
Must fly under
The
the radar.
third.
Probably haven't heard about it or
I
talked
know.
about it ever.
I don't think it's ever been on the show before.
Yeah.
Not for us. We're not like that.
No.
Well, that's awesome because the companies you just named have been companies that have absolutely, the first two for sure, have been just super generous with TrailManners. Patagonia,
Yeah.
they know how much we love them. In fact, I've
do.
got a problem with Patagonia. Like, I have a
I do
beef.
too.
Not a problem because that's all I wish I could wear.
It's a good
I got a
problem.
beef with them.
Uh-oh.
I got a beef. Me and Joel talked about this on our last run. My favorite piece of apparel is the Houdini.
Yeah.
Okay? I have 4, maybe 5. And then they come out with new colors.
Oh,
and
yeah,
It
we did
pisses
talk
me
about
off.
I'm sorry.
It just doesn't work for me because you don't need 6 Houdinis. But the
You
new
don't?
orange one is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Sounds like you need it.
I can't. There's too many
Do you have
other
all the
things.
colors in the rainbow?
Oh no, no!
Oh,
I've
yeah,
got
You're not there then.
I've got black. I've got
Is
blue.
black in the rainbow though?
It
yeah,
can
it's
be,
like on the
yeah.
one end.
It's on the
Yeah.
emo rainbow.
Yeah, yeah. It's like when you're sad. It's the sad rainbow. I've got the blue. I've got a red. I had a yellow or a green. I don't even remember now. I got so many. But
Oh,
yeah,
I
that's
love the yellow one with the like gray pocket on it.
yeah, that's the one I don't. I don't have that
that's
one.
a
But
good
that orange one, they just because they have their new line for the spring.
Just
they have
launched.
orange.
Yeah.
Like shirts.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, why do they do that?
Is
So
that what the
that's
team
my
colors
beef.
are this year? Like last year it was like green. Like all you dudes were wearing green last year.
Yeah, it's just one of like their like major colors.
So you guys are all going orange this year?
Yeah, I don't know.
How come we get in on that? Come on now.
I
We
don't
can
want
talk to some people.
I like wearing orange because you don't get shot at.
True.
That's why it appeals to me more.
That's definitely a needed thing in Utah.
Yeah, because I've been wearing those antlers around, and that's bad.
Those reindeer
You
antlers.
just get like sighted up all the time.
all the
Yeah.
time, man. People are yelling at me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Whatever. But yeah, we love Patagonia.
Oh,
we've,
yeah.
we've
Awesome
been wearing that a lot. And then, of course, Goo. They were good to us last year at OR, so
Right.
we definitely love that. So Jaybird and Zeal are definitely on the radar.
Check them out.
I have no alliances anymore in the sunglass field, so
Right.
I'm ready.
I
to
met with the folks with Sportiva too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, spent a little time with those guys. I've been running their shoes for a long time. And
That's true.
yeah,
Yeah.
they've got a couple new shoes coming out.
What's your shoe of choice with those guys?
Ooh,
You
depends
get
on the
shoe.
condition.
Nope,
I
you
get one
shoe.
Mm.
Nope, no condition.
If I only had to run in that one shoe like forever now,
Yeah.
I'd probably pick the Akasha.
Oh, that's the one I told Joel I wanted to get.
I
last year.
heard that. That was on your like Christmas gift wish
was.
list, right?
Yeah.
Pretty rad shoe and pretty versatile. So
Okay, that makes me feel better now.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't find some to try on
Right.
to get my sizing.
Oh,
right.
right.
So it's
Right.
like, yeah, you can't.
what size are you?
Depends on the shoe. Like Pearl is what I've always wore, and
Okay.
it's 11.5. But then we got some Innovates to test, and I'm
Ooh,
a
those are a
12.
bit small.
Yeah, so I'm a 12-ish in that. So I don't know how they run. So
Narrow.
But do they?
Do they?
Yeah.
I'm going to have
But
to try some.
length is pretty true to size,
Yeah,
whatever that
what that means
right?
anymore. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, they're built on the
It's
same
the size
last.
that fits me.
I'm like, as
Yeah.
what? As what? Yeah, because I've been a traditional pearl guy. I'm not gonna. But since they're going away, I got to find something else.
Yeah,
But there's
you
just
can only stockpile so many.
there's just a lot of there's some truth to that. I got a pretty good stockpile.
Yeah, you do.
I got a pretty good stockpile. I'm not gonna lie. So you're working with all those groups this year,
Yeah.
and so is it Newt Jaybird? Is that new?
Yeah. I started just kind of exploring that option a few months ago, and had a great meeting with them today. They're rad. They're pretty motivated to really get on runners' ears. So
Nice.
yeah.
That's good to hear.
So what do you use? Do you use just like the little buds, or you use the wraparound?
So they right now just make buds,
Okay.
but they come with all these different components. They're a
Okay.
little tricky to get figured out. That would be the one thing that take the time to make them fit right, because they have wing tips that go on the inside of the ear, and they have different size tips. So
Okay.
you get the right ear canal size.
Right.
But once you get the fit dialed,
They don't pop out.
never, and you forget you have them on.
Oh,
Like
that's
they don't
nice.
sometimes you wear earbuds for a long time, you get the pressure point in your ears.
Hmm.
Not at all.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, and no wires,
That's always good.
which is rad.
So they just kind of have the little loop.
Yeah, they
behind?
connect earbud
Behind.
to earbud.
Yeah.
And they got a little cord management thing, so you get it nice and tight on the back of your head. And
Oh, I like that. Kind of
It's
like a
good.
BOA fit system type.
yeah,
That's
that's
Oh,
pretty
wow.
rad.
That's pretty sweet.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea too.
I just use the corded, use the
I use the
iPod. And I
corded
cut one of
old
them
school.
off. Yeah, I
Yeah.
cut one off, so I only have one
Oh,
earbud.
no kidding.
Yeah, so I don't know if I get shocked or not, but the other cord show.
Might want to put electrical tape around that or something.
Maybe that's what maybe that's what that little zits for when I'm running. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, because I only like one in when I run. I like to listen because I get scared a lot.
Yeah, I actually at night really like running with headphones because I
Yeah.
can't hear what's going bump in the
yeah,
night.
exactly. You can ignore all the.
I can just pretend that
spooky
it's
stuff.
not there.
Exactly.
How was the run? Good. There's nothing around.
I just
Exactly.
heard TrailManners the whole time when I was out.
Yeah, I like that. And, hey, for all the folks out there, so we're talking with Luke. He just said he caught up to the TrailManners, so he listens to the show,
It's all of them.
right?
Yeah,
So, and he knew what we've been talking about. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's pretty.
He's
sweet.
done. He stalks like we do.
He does quietly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He's
He
done
knew it
his
was on my
homework.
Christmas list.
He's done his homework, so
My-
he's ready to give us a hard time. At least that's what he told me.
Oh, I'm
I
ready.
am. I am prepared.
Oh, we're so game, man.
Yeah.
Game on. All right, so let's do a quick recap. 2016 was kind of I don't say big year because it's obviously you, but you hired a coach.
Yeah.
Right?
So I've been working with Scott Johnston
Right.
of Uphill Athlete. That's an official platform now. So
Yeah, they
when
got a
I
good
started
site.
working with them, they were just working on building it up.
Right.
But they are officially launched. Their website
Mm-hmm.
is an awesome resource. There's forums on there if you have questions that you want to ask the
What's their
coaches.
website?
Uphillathlete.com.
And sign up for their email.
Yeah,
Because
they get a weekly
You
email.
get
right?
nice. It's good information too.
Yeah. Yeah, good either training tips or
Right.
an essay on goal setting, things
Yeah.
like that. It's good stuff. So I've been working with Scott now for 18 months, and I am continuing to work with Scott.
Okay.
Right on.
This whole next year, we've talked about what our plan is and what training is going to look like. I've certainly stressed the relationship a little bit at times, trying to do too much, and he's the voice of reason saying, hey, you can't do that much and still
Right.
do good. So it's good. It helps me keep on track, and I'm definitely seeing great performance gains.
Good.
Nice.
And that led me through an amazing race season last year. First of all, I'll just say I'm so fortunate because I got to travel to a couple of amazing countries to race. I went to Norway and to Scotland.
Wow.
Right.
As well as competing in the U.S. Skyrunning Series. I raced in New York, Montana, and Flagstaff.
Right.
Nice.
And what a season. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Kicked off the racing season at Whiteface Sky Race in New York. For all of us West Coasters who haven't raced East Coast, and I know you two haven't.
No.
Not yet.
You need to. You need to.
Yeah.
I got spanked.
Yeah.
I thought that I was prepared for a full real deal mountain run. No way.
Different
That
ball
thing's
game.
burly.
Really?
Yeah. First climb of the race that we did twice was the vertical K from the day before. Was just the first climb. 15 miles, 9,000 feet of climbing.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. Yeah. Put that in perspective. Speed Goat's 50K,
Yeah.
12,000.
Right.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
Insane. I'm just oh no, I just go. Ooh.
That's straight up.
Yeah. Yeah, so had a decent race there, but not fantastic. I think it was 5th. Next up was Tromsø, Norway. Brainchild, Killian and Emily.
Mm-hmm.
They're the race directors.
Right.
Super rad seeing them in
awesome.
that role. And bucket list race.
Yeah.
Super technical.
Scenery is a little bit good, right?
Yeah, you're on the Arctic Sea to start, like on the sea.
Yeah.
And then you run up these crazy steep peaks into really technical terrain, like what we would call mountaineering in the United States.
over there, it's just a weekend.
Yeah,
it's a casual weekend.
It's a walk. I don't know.
It's a cool down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
amazing. No sunset while I was there. 24 hours of
Oh,
daylight.
that's right.
Holy cow.
Yeah, weird.
I don't know if I
Especially
could
when
handle
you're
it.
like a jet-lagged American and you're up in the middle of the night and you
Right.
walk the streets. It's like a Stephen King movie. The lights are on, but nobody's home.
We'll be looking for a taco cart.
Yeah, serious. The only thing that was open is 7-Eleven that sells like pizza so hot that you can't taste it, and that's the point because it's terrible.
It's horrible. Norwegian
Yeah.
7-Eleven pizza. Not on my bucket
Crazy,
No.
but rad. I hung out a little bit with Killian and Emily while I was there. Always, we go back to this all the time, but being able to hang out with your heroes in the sport,
Yeah.
like people who love basketball don't get a high five LeBron,
Yeah.
but I got to have dinner with Killian and Emily.
Right on.
It's rad. Like and they're just accessible. It's super cool.
Well, Joel's got Luke Nelson in one of his bedrooms, so that's how we roll here, you know.
Don't tell anybody.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Right.
So after Tromsø, I went back to the Rut. 4th time at the Rut. I raced the 28K because I was racing
Right.
the U.S. Sky Series.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
That was hard too, right?
Yeah, well, the 28K is all the best parts of the course.
It's sold out fast though. This
Less
year.
than 3 days, 2 days.
This year, it's sold out quick.
Yeah. I saw you guys are going.
Yep.
Yeah, we are.
11K.
11K.
Yeah. That's
Rad.
what was left when we got
Pretty much, that was the only option.
Yeah.
It was that or the vertical K.
Or the kids' K.
Yeah, like, I tried to get in the
The
kids,
kids
K.
race is super fun.
I thought I was gonna crush that one, man.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah. So at the Rut, I also raced the vertical K the day before. So
Oh, yeah.
vertical K and then 28K. Got a pair of 8s. Finished 8th in both.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Which was awesome. I'd never raced a VK before. They're terrible.
Yeah. no desire. I don't think I'd race one. I'd be like, oh, that'll be interesting.
But it's fun, and the Rut is such a rad atmosphere.
Yeah.
The Mikes put on an amazing race up there. Then I went to Scotland 2 weeks later for the Glencoe Skyline race. New race in the Sky Series. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you told me, like on the phone or something. You're like, that makes Tromsø look like the kindergarten race.
It kind of did.
Right.
It was so technical. To even run that race, you had to submit a climbing resume and
There
put
you
what
go.
your rock climbing experience was.
Yeah. Not climbing like 512. Don't even bother. Right.
crazy. And
Mine
you
would be
needed
like
it.
an extension ladder.
Yeah.
That's my climbing experience.
You're going up
think that
there
would've counted.
with this little aluminum extension there.
Have you seen Christmas Vacation? That's me.
Yeah.
Sliding back down.
So that race, 10K into the race, there was a 1,200-foot wall that you ascended. 5th class, low 5th class climbing. Like it was rock climbing. And the like assistants that the race had on the course were all like roped in helmets and like but you
weren't.
We were not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like just 10K into the 55K. And then crazy mountain running down into this valley up and then along a 5th class ridgeline where you're up and down these pinnacles. And then it turned Scottish and started raining.
It turned Scottish.
And it was like full value. There were points like I'm comfortable.
Have
in
you ever
the
done
mountains.
that ridge between the South Teton and Neighborsay?
Yeah.
So like you're going to Gilkey Tower and ice cream
Totally.
cone. Was it like that?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Except for in a
scary.
race.
This is nuts.
Yeah. And it's raining.
Oh, well, of course.
Yeah. And I was kind of by myself. I'd gotten into a gap. I had bad stomach, so I wasn't racing particularly well. And there were points that was like, if I fall right now, I'm going to die and no one's going to find me. Like, it was awesome. But super cool, amazing event.
Right.
And then I went to Flagstaff. It was Rut, 2 weeks, Glencoe, 2 weeks, Flagstaff.
Wow.
And I was toast.
Yeah.
Like I knew going into Flagstaff that I was tired. I had a decent race. It wasn't a great race, but all in all, earned me a 3rd place in the U.S. Sky Series for the season.
Nice.
cool.
That's awesome.
It's quite the accomplishment.
Who was first in that one?
First was Michael Barlow,
I've heard that
Aspen
name.
guy.
I've heard that name.
Great runner.
I know
Awesome.
back half Barlow, but
Yeah, we know Tommy Backhalf
Second.
Barlow.
Yeah.
I can't remember who second was right now. Blanking out.
That's all right.
That's
Anyways,
awesome.
Yeah.
But
cool.
I mean, that's a good year, though. I mean, you
It
say you
is.
didn't do as well as I wanted to, but that's a solid year.
Yeah, and it's tough when you set out with very specific goals and you're measuring yourself against the best in the world.
Right.
Right. It's not. It's one thing to race in your regional race or kind of a Western states, not Western states the race, but like a Western region kind of
Right.
race. But when you're going literally against the best runners in the world,
And you're still coming in top 10. That's
well,
pretty good.
yeah, in the international races, it was 13th at Tromsø, and then I was
Dude, I was giving you top 10.
something.
Come on, you could have ran with
No,
that.
I got to be honest.
You could have
Like,
ran with that.
I did my best, but
There you go. But still, it's okay. Top
but
15.
I was super happy with it because I
You should
got
be.
to these amazing places and had an amazing experience,
Right.
and still raced well.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that what you just talked about, though, is the places you get to go.
Yeah.
'Cause we talk about that a lot on the show. I mean, sometimes you're looking, it's like, well, I'd want to go there. Is there a race there? Oh, there's a race there. But you went to some just pristine bucket list vacation spots,
Right.
let alone to run and race and see that.
Right.
Yeah.
Super awesome.
So what was your highlight of 2016? Besides being on the TrailManners show, we talked about that already, but what
Right.
was your other highlight, like running
Other
related?
highlights. I'll be honest. Spring break.
Yeah?
Yeah. And it was spring break with my family in the desert.
Nice.
We took a road trip with Rock and Catherine.
Oh, nice.
And explored some of the southern Utah desert. And for me, probably the best part of the whole year.
That's awesome.
Seeing my kids kind of grasping on to being in wild places.
right.
and-
Just cutting them loose.
yeah. Awesome.
Letting them be kids.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
yeah,
in
and
that
eat
environment.
rocks and
Going, getting
like,
dirty and like,
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
things that most people aren't letting their kids do anymore.
No.
Yeah. So for me, that was probably the coolest thing that happened in 2016.
Awesome.
And if I picked a running goal or a running thing that I did, I would say probably Scotland.
Yeah.
Even though it was my poorest performance, coolest experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, did you listen to the show we had when we had Rock on?
Yeah.
Man, we've got so many comments, like mainly offline, just like, I love that guy. We just
Yeah.
had one last night from
I
a friend
know.
of ours, like, I love that guy.
There's no one like him,
Yeah.
right? I mean, legendary.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, in November, I was involved with a film project down in southern Utah, and we stayed at a guest house for a guy that does hiking trips. And we were talking about running in the area, and he's like, yeah, I helped a friend like 20 years ago. He had this crazy idea to run down a canyon and catch a river trip that was floating out, and he needed somebody to bring some food into him in this canyon. So I hiked it in, and it was Rock, right? Doing this like crazy adventure a long time ago.
Yeah.
And the thing about Rock is he doesn't tell you about that.
No.
The level of radness is far beyond what most of us will ever accomplish.
Well, that's even like talking to him on mic. I mean, it was interesting. Some of his stories weren't the stories I would expect.
Right.
Right? They were very ordinary.
Yeah.
Right? They were ordinary, but when he's done these things that most people and myself included will
Extraordinary.
never hear about ever.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? But his stories that he enjoyed the most were these common things.
Yeah.
You know, experiences with people, like you, like
The people interactions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, his story, I remember the one was with his wife just on the hard rock course, finding a rock and sitting down or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but you're like, really? Out of all the stuff? And he's like, yeah, just a cool moment
super
looking
cool.
out. And, just one of those moments where he was kind of like grounded with nature. And
Right.
it was just sitting there talking, you're just staring at him half the time.
Yeah.
letting him
Yeah.
go.
Well, and you come up with an idea and be like, hey, Rock, I'm thinking about going and running here. And be like, oh, yeah, we ran that. We did this and this.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, right.
Awesome. Very cool.
Make sure to take a left at that one tree.
Yeah.
That's where we got lost last
Yeah,
time.
exactly. When we did it for the third time, we figured it out. And yeah.
That's awesome. So 2016, just a great year in
Awesome.
different ways,
So
of course. And you're going to continue working with Scott for 2017.
Yeah, absolutely.
So bringing to 2017, is there things you can talk about? Because
Well, I got a
what's
few
going on?
projects that I'm going to kind of keep under.
Yeah.
You're a dog. Come on.
Yeah,
a
I'm going to
dog.
keep under
You can
the
tell
radar.
us offline.
I'll tell you offline.
All right.
Yeah, but we'll just say that there is some really rad projects going down.
Nice.
A couple of years ago, I guess 2 years ago now, I stepped away from racing, focused on adventuring, and at the end of that, was like, I'm still itching to race a little bit, and that's what I did last year. I'm going all in on adventuring.
Uh-oh.
Right on.
I'm now a 6-time lottery loser for Hard Rock, which means I need a Hard Rock qualifier
This year.
Yeah. So I am going to run one 100-mile race.
What's that going to be?
I tried to make it Barkley, but I couldn't navigate it. I didn't get selected or whatever.
Couldn't figure it out. Get in.
It's hard.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go race the Plain 100,
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Eastern Washington race.
Yeah.
The reason I'm going to race that race is because it doesn't offer anything.
I know. I like it.
Yeah. No course marking,
Bare bones.
no aid station,
Yeah.
no pacers.
I know.
That's awesome. Is that
Fred.
in September?
September.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. So I've got a couple of, I'm just going to call them projects right
Okay.
now that are going to involve a lot of mountain running. And
U.S.?
U.S.
Okay.
Yep. U.S.
Okay.
based. I'm going to spend a little bit of time with Mr. Campbell,
Okay.
Jared Campbell, the
Okay.
one and only Barkley finisher, amazingness.
Western
awesome.
United States?
Yes. Colorado.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to go Colorado.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to go run some mountains in Colorado.
Let's see
In
here.
August, probably.
It's a big bushy Canadian coming down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He'll
Did you watch that video?
Yeah.
Dude, that was funny when
awesome.
when he was accepting the award for Ultra Runner Bromance,
Bromance of the Year.
That was so awesome.
Amazing.
So we're
Yeah.
talking-
Shout out to Jamil on that.
Jared's pictures
Jamil's-
were in the background.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
So fantastic.
Joel's talking about the Mountain Outpost
Yeah.
acceptance speech for Gary Robbins.
Yeah.
I haven't even got a chance to see it yet, but yeah, you just mentioned it. But what Jamil's doing is
Awesome.
Crushing it.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was talking to Joel just today. I'm like, he's putting out so much killer content,
Yeah.
one way or another.
Yeah,
It's
either chasing
unbelievable.
people around at North Face
Yeah.
or
Oh my
the
gosh.
Mountain
We were
Outpost
talking
is
about
insane.
that. He got his money's worth chasing those boys at
Yeah.
that North Face
Oh,
race.
yeah.
He was-
Totally.
he was booking it.
Yeah,
It had to have been because they were flying.
They
Yeah.
were
And
flying.
he's carrying the camera.
If Hayden hadn't have taken that wrong turn, oh my gosh, the end of the race would have been more epic than it was.
And it was plenty epic.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Pretty awesome.
I'm sorry, Frossom.
That's right. We're coming up with new words for
Frossom.
2017.
Frossom.
I heard that the other night. When
Yeah,
I was
'cause
last night.
you
I
don't
was
want
listening to that.
you don't want to use epic anymore.
Yeah, I like epic. I think it's still a great word, but a lot of people use it. It's kind of some people use that of content. So
Right.
Spicy.
Spicy's one I enjoy
Ooh, I
a
do like
lot.
spicy.
I like
use-
things spicy.
Yeah, I like spicy. I've used that.
Spicy's like what you use with your special girl though sometimes, so you gotta be careful with.
Well,
that.
it's not like bounce wow wow.
Yeah, I don't-
It's
It's,
like,
it's totally that. Be like,
that's not what That's not where I'm coming with
No,
the
no,
spicy.
you should
Spicy.
try it.
Spicy's like
try it.
hot spicy. Like that was hot. That was awesome. That was spicy. And then we're doing away with the duck face. So
Oh
we're
my
trying
God.
to come up with.
Did
a
you
new
look
one.
at that finally? I did. I didn't know you hadn't seen that.
I know,
Well,
I
no,
didn't
I
Where
either.
have you
actually-
been?
I know.
Okay,
Right.
I did take a social media break for,
Yeah,
for a
but
long
what, for
time.
3 years?
Yeah, but once he explained to me, I'm like, oh, that's right. I've seen that everywhere. And now but don't do that in my house. I'm ready to smack people when I
That
see
was
him doing
spicy.
it. Yeah.
Bow, chicka, wow, wow. Yeah, so that's what we're trying to. That was crazy when I was talking about. Dude's like, I don't know the duck face. I'm like,
Yeah.
What in the Sam hell where have you been, man? You know. So yeah, we got to come out with something different. So that's kind of on our list for 2017. So you got some projects with some
Right.
big
Big hitters.
big hitters. That when are we going to start hearing about the projects? Or is it something
Well,
we're just going to do?
When can we actually talk about them on mic? Because we're
Yeah.
going to talk about them as soon as we turn the mics off, obviously.
Yeah, no.
Because you're not leaving my house unless you tell me.
That's right.
So one of them you're not going to hear about till it happens.
Okay.
That's just how it's going to
That's
happen.
awesome.
I can say pretty confidently, as long as everything falls in place, I am going to try Nolan's.
Yes.
I'll leak that one. But
Yeah.
yeah. And that's not going to be with Jared or his bromance.
Okay. Who's it going to be with? Just you go solo?
Probably me.
Wow.
Has it ever done been? Has
Oh
it
yeah.
ever been
Oh yeah.
solo?
Totally.
Really?
Been solo, been unsupported, but
Are you doing unsupported?
maybe.
Maybe.
I that was my original plan. Talking to some folks today, specifically, actually, about trying to get a little beta for it. I'm not going to have a lot of time to go work the route.
Well, this year, because what's going on right now, I imagine it might be tricky just because of snow.
Yeah, trying to find time either post monsoon season where it rains a lot,
Right.
or pre if there's not too much snow. It would be tricky, and it's apparently the route finding is a little more complicated than I was giving it credit for.
Right.
So I may do supported.
Okay.
Just it's hard.
This year you can just support next year.
Yeah, but I'll be honest. I'm kind of looking for that vision quest
Yeah.
kind of thing. I want to do something that I might not be able to do,
Okay.
or that there's maybe a better chance of failure than success.
All right.
Just kind of testing yourself a little bit more too.
Yeah.
See what you're capable of doing.
Yeah, and being alone in the mountains is kind of a traditionally taboo thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's in the mountaineering world or whatever. But I find a lot of appeal in that.
Well, you did an article kind of about that, right?
Yeah.
With I Run Far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of that
just
whole-
kind of about reasoning through what you can safely do and not safely do.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know. I think with modern technologies, there's things you can do to give yourself a little bit of a safety net. But I kind of like to take the safety net away some.
Yeah.
Not to the point where I'm risking my life.
Yeah.
Right.
But to the point where you get a feel for real the consequences of your decisions.
Yeah.
Right.
But
'cause
you've
we-
got a lot of experience in these different elements, though.
Totally.
Yeah, so
And
that's a little different
I will
than just
have
like the
to
normal
use
person.
all of
going
that
out.
experience.
Yeah.
Right.
If you need
to
my extension
maybe
ladder,
make
let
it
me
through.
know.
I'll borrow the ladder.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause he
I'll
can be your
spill the beans
support.
on the Nolan's attempt.
I'll be your Sherpa with my ladder.
Yeah. Eric, I need some food. Sorry, dude. I only got this ladder.
This ladder and this chicken wing.
So cool project coming out though, something to look forward to. I mentioned that I'd been down in southern Utah filming. I worked with Patagonia to do a project on Bears Ears, the new national
Oh,
monument.
yeah.
And March 7th that launches.
Wow.
There's going
cool.
to be a media tour associated with it, 6 or 7 stops around the country. It was filmed a lot in 3D
Oh, wow.
cameras. So
Wow.
like amazing.
We got to wear the glasses then?
You can wear the glasses, or if you have it on a computer screen, like you can scroll all around during the video.
Oh, it's that type of thing.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, super
Oh.
rad. So that's coming. I'm super excited about that, and I'm going to be on the media tour on all
Is
the
it
stops.
stopping anywhere around
Salt
here?
Lake?
Is it really?
March 7th. I can let that out at this point, I think.
How did
So-
we not know about this?
It's just happening. Like
Dude, we need to be on the inside track of this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
March 7th.
at the
that's coming
Patagonia
up.
store in
The
Salt Lake.
4th is a Saturday.
It's a weekday.
Okay, good, because we were looking at that Red Mountain race.
Red Mountain race.
But we'd have had to miss, because we got to hit that.
It'll be cool.
So it's at the Patagonia store
At the
down
Patagonia
in,
store in Salt Lake.
Sugar House.
Yeah.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. How are they going to pack everybody in? That store's small.
They have like a space in the back.
I know,
that's
but
big.
that's still small.
We're
too,
going to
though.
pack it.
I think they're going to have to give me a discount code. And I'll go
Sardines.
help clean out that store.
Yeah, you will.
Make some space.
yeah, you will.
I got no problem. I got no problem.
Yeah, actually,
I
you do have a problem.
I do. That's I admit.
It's an okay problem.
That's so. Has that been announced though? Like,
No, not
Okay.
officially. I think
Okay.
I may be spilling the beans a little
That's,
premature.
this
all right.
this won't launch for 2 weeks. So we're
yeah.
good.
Yeah. So yeah, but I know for sure that date is happening.
Okay.
Okay.
We got to
So-
keep us posted because I want to make sure I get a ticket
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. it'll
before
be
they
super
sell
cool.
out because
Is it
that
the
seems
7th?
small.
It is the 7th.
That's a Thursday.
Tuesday.
Oh,
Tuesday.
dang it.
Yeah, I don't know for sure which day of the
Yeah.
week.
Okay,
I
so
wish-
Saturday's the 4th. Do
wish
your
we
math
had-
real quick. Come on.
Where's your BlackBerry?
Do they make blackberries anymore?
Yeah, Turtle's got
Turtle's
one.
got one.
There is nothing off limits. The 7th is a Tuesday.
Yeah. So see, there you
7th
go.
is a Tuesday.
All right. Good to know.
Matt Trappy's birthday is Wednesday the 8th, and my daughter's birthday is the 9th.
Oh, my
Okay.
sister's birthday is March 8th.
So
Oh.
there you go.
Shout out, sister.
Shout out. Yep, there we go. So that'll be cool.
That'll be fun.
That'll be way cool because that whole Bears Ear thing, that's just cool.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Period. And if we get to see your beard in 3D, that's going to be pretty cool
I
too.
know, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not
So
as
do we need,
epic as
like-
the beard, but
Do we
Yeah.
need like media badges? What's going on?
I don't know. I will let you know though.
That'd be
You
good.
can make it on a single track session. I'll let you get more info out
Yeah,
on it.
Right,
there we
that'd be
go.
good.
That's how we like to do things. So projects. So no races for
Just playing.
2017.
Just playing.
Just
Yeah.
wow.
And you're still training with
Scott.
uphill athlete.
Yep.
So
Well,
is-
wait,
does-
wait, back up. He does have one. He's got to get a qualifier for hard rock.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I'll
right.
race plane.
That's right.
I'll
That's
race
He's
right.
gonna do plane.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
right.
And I have to finish.
Yeah. So let's pick one. There's no navigation.
Right.
You know, no course.
Yeah,
marking.
make it hard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does that change your mindset going into 2017 as opposed to like 2016 where you knew you had these types of races, or since you know like a Nolan's or whatever?
Yeah, it's a
these
little
fun
bit different
things?
just because it's not a race emphasis, right?
Yeah.
But
Right.
we have very specific goals.
Gotcha.
So I don't think that the training will be different because the goals are different.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
These are all of these projects are big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Nolan's is not.
Yeah,
anything to sneeze
like
at.
if
That's
you
huge.
if you nail it, you get it done in under 60 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
and
the rules,
most people don't.
Yeah.
Right. So, and they're all big. So the training will be a different emphasis.
Right.
Not trying to run super fast, but trying to run long and far and up and down.
Yeah.
So what's is there any FKTs you're looking at?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
man,
cool.
I love it.
I love it too. That's why I'd ask.
Yeah. 2 of them.
Now, do you find
not one but two?
Do you find that those are becoming more and more popular, or is it just because more people talk about it?
I think there's more awareness about
Okay.
them, but I don't think there's more people attempting. But when there are attempts, they tend to be, I think, a lot more concentrated focus preparation
Right.
for them. Take Walmsley, for example,
Yeah.
and his Grand Canyon run. Like
Oh, yeah.
that was a very specific effort. And
Right.
FKTs previously were something maybe you did in between races, but you didn't like fully taper, or you didn't like, race into it. But it's certainly kind of in an interesting space where there's more attention to them, and
Right.
that's just a fallout of media.
Yeah.
Right. But I think that there's gaining traction too.
Because I think a lot of that too, like you just mentioned, now people train specifically for that as opposed to let's
Right.
go down and give this a shot. Because I've noticed that over the years for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, take Zion for example.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at the progression on pro boards, that Peter Bachman's site where they keep track of that. The first 6 FKTs, pretty casual,
Yeah.
right? But then it started getting sharper and sharper and sharper, and you couldn't just go down and do it that way. You had to
Right.
go
Yeah, know the
specific
route.
The
effort.
logistics
Yeah.
dialed in perfectly for something
Right.
like that. Well, now we're excited. A couple of Nolans. You weren't going to say anything. We got the Nolans out
Oh,
of you.
you
We
got
got
the
the
Nolans
Plain
out of
100
me.
out of you, and we got the two
Two
FKTs.
yeah.
So that's a good start.
Yeah.
And somewhere within 2017 mixed in there, we have to talk about it. We have to bring it up. And that what you mentioned, this little
Well, that
event.
thing in June.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's something in
Yeah.
June going on. And
Dirty little girl.
yeah.
There's gonna
Pocatello.
be some snow.
Yeah, but would imagine.
There was some snow last year.
Yeah.
Just a smidge last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know-
So SMUT, June 3rd.
The first year that race ever went down, the very first year when Jared was doing it.
Yeah, I raced
and
it
Ryan.
that year.
So, at the top of Scout, how they had the rope, because of all the snow.
Yeah.
I think I still have the video.
Oh, yeah.
I
Could you send that to me? I'll put it on the SMUT site.
If I can find it, I
Wait a
will,
minute.
because it's hilarious.
Actually, you know what? Joel put it on the SMUT
Send it
site.
to me. I'll put it on this website.
I break the site when I put things on it. So pass it to
Luke,
Joel.
good. Joel, can you
was-
fix this?
I had a little GoPro, and I was at the top, and I was grabbing the rope to go down, because then the single track takes off to the left.
Yeah.
And there was 2 ladies ahead of me, so I let them go down and get ready. And I started going down like my fashionable Joel scene. My glissading skills
Are on point.
are way on point.
Yeah.
And I got out of control
Like
just
pro?
a little bit.
Yeah, he's still a pro.
I'm all in when it's time to go. And I got cruising, and next thing you know, I kind of looked over, and there was the trail. Like I was like accelerating past the trail to keep going
The
down
extra
the
snowfield
mountain.
went way past
Yeah,
it.
it did. And I had my video camera going the whole time, and I, like an idiot, I thought I got to stop. So I just slammed my feet into the snow. This is my first time ever really glissading on something like that. I did a complete aerial front flip, kept my camera, landed, and I came to a stop eventually, and these ladies were freaking out. Oh, my God, are you okay? And I'm like giggling.
You're like, I
because-
meant to do that.
Because you were okay.
Yeah, because I was okay. I did the quick assessment. I did the quick assessment. Toes, fingers, I'm good, right? And that was my first ever experience up there. And so every time I get up there, I'm like, I remember that one year I did this.
Awesome.
But I prefer that to running down that section to get to
Oh
that
yeah, because the
trail.
last 3 years there's been no snow up there, or very
right.
little,
And it is gnarly.
Yeah, it's
That's
steep.
steep and rocky and
Yeah.
gnarly.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'd actually take that north side that's really steep. Is that going to have snow on it this year?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Oh,
confident.
I'd rather take snow on that
Yeah. I think
than
that-
actually run down that
I think
part.
we'll probably have a lot of snow on it. And when you come across the front of Scout Mountain, there's always that drift.
Yeah.
That thing is going to be gigantic.
we
Right
do
on.
snow angels and stick our heads in
We
that.
totally did. That was so hot last year.
just buried
Oh my
our
gosh.
heads in that snow.
I'll do my best to make sure it's hot for you again.
No,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah, that was no.
Again, again,
Yeah.
that means you're running it.
I didn't
No,
say
listen,
that.
Yeah, I heard he's running the 100K.
Don't let him in unless he does 100K.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Don't let him
I
in.
will drive him up there.
Well,
I don't
why
like
don't you
this.
just give me his login credentials and I'll just add him?
I think I know what it is. I'm
He
guessing.
doesn't. He doesn't still. Someone's been trying to get it
I'll
out of
just
him.
call Mark. We'll get it figured out.
Thank you. There you go.
That sucks. I got nothing. I got nothing for that one. I've been talking to Mark this week too, so maybe I can sneak it in.
Yeah.
So, what's your what's your capacity for the whole thing for SMUT?
300.
And last year you sold out.
Middle of May, so
Okay.
kind of close to the event, but we did
Okay.
sell out.
Yep.
Registration, you can track it on Ultra Sign Up when you're an RD. You see like how many people have signed up this year compared to last year.
Yeah.
We're ahead.
Are you?
That's
Yeah,
right.
we're ahead by
That's right. Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah.
So I would say if you're thinking about it, get it done.
That's
well,
right.
We
There's
had
also a price jump coming up, so it's cheaper now than it will be in, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Don't forget about that. That'll help.
Yeah,
'Cause-
it's right now. It's less than $1 per K
Right.
for the 100K.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
It really it
and
is.
only
I know.
a little over $1 a K for the other two distances.
And what you get for that is
It's
well
the
worth
best,
it.
man. Just the
Yeah.
hat, the little.
Yeah, and I'm
I
not
call
sure
it
what we're gonna do
little.
for sure this year.
No, so
Like we've done hats a couple of years.
you got some good shirts.
Well, and you can buy the shirt.
I didn't know that option was there.
Yeah.
And I saw Debbie Farka had one the other day, and I was like, wait a minute. I did not get that shirt last year.
They're nice Patagonia
And then
shirts.
I was automatically, I was like, well, I got to go back this year and get one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we got some rad new artwork.
Yeah,
we're working on.
I want the shirt. I don't
I
care
like
about anything
the
else.
wood.
Oh, I do too.
Oh, the branded Aspen.
Yeah, that's
I'm
unreal.
going to put a magnet on the back of mine.
Yeah, mine's sitting. It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's good
I
looking.
wonder if I could do that to all of them.
You totally can.
good
Get
idea.
your kids on that. Hot glue gun, kids.
That sounds awesome.
Good time.
He's like, oh, family fun, right?
Yeah.
300
Like kids are
magnets.
Yeah, exactly.
Hot kids running around with
dude,
hot
You got
glue
3
guns.
kids. That's an assembly line.
100 per kid.
Yeah.
You get dinner when you're done.
You're
Yeah.
kidding. It's a piece rate. So that race course is probably going to be the same.
No major course changes to be, well, right now at least. You
Okay.
know, permits, we have a 5-year permit, so
Okay.
there
That's
shouldn't be
always
any course
nice.
changes. There's a little bit of an interesting thing going on with one of our aid station locations that might be shifted just slightly. We'll make some announcements if that becomes official.
Okay. Well, this year, if I come up, I'm going to plan my sleep regimen a little differently.
You're not going to sleep in the parking lot on the asphalt?
No, he will.
I probably won't. I think I got a cot now.
Oh,
Yeah.
high life.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. I stepped
It's
it up a
getting
notch.
soft.
That's
yeah.
rad.
Yeah, I stepped it
That's
up.
rad.
I'd had
Yeah.
my AirPad down,
He did.
so that was cool. But I was just eye to eye with all the critters. That
Yeah.
was the scary part.
Yeah, there's a lot of kitty cats around there.
Yeah.
Lots of rats, too, scurrying by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night.
Those probably were cats too.
Yeah.
Joel was chumming. I woke up in the middle of the night and he was checking like corn and stuff on my sleeping
Yeah.
bag.
Feeding.
He was chumming for
Bird
him. He's like, I think,
Chumming.
Yeah.
Do you chum for rats?
Why not? You can chum for anything else.
Makes sense.
Feed them, chum them, same thing. Because yeah, that's SMUT. We talk about it a lot, but that's just not that you just because you do it because it's put on so well. The
It
start
is.
finish is perfect.
It is.
The park, the pavilion, the food.
Yep.
Even though last year me and Joel didn't have a stomach to eat,
Oh, my gosh.
we sat and
You got to
stared at
hang
each
out a
other.
little longer.
We tried.
That's all it is.
We tried.
Yeah, we tried. We did not. We
It
did
was
not,
hot.
We did not feel good until we got to like well into Utah on the way
Oh, I
home.
was going to say July.
Yeah. We were driving,
so-
driving home the whole time. We
It
were
was
like,
silent.
I don't feel good.
So I have to give a shout out there. Like you guys are pointing out some of the awesome things about the race. That's not me. That's the volunteers that I work with. Like
Right.
they make that race happen.
You have a great volunteer.
Yeah,
team,
So
for
awesome.
sure.
They are amazing.
The aid
Yeah.
stations, the people when you go into the aid stations are just
They're spot on.
ridiculously
They
good.
know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, world class.
Yeah.
Especially that rock guy.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
Oh
all
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And that Carl guy.
Yeah, he's all right.
He fed me way too many
Yeah.
pierogies.
Oh, Joel was like the pierogi master.
Pierogies and Red Bull, man.
I did not
Boom.
feel well after that aid station.
Yeah, you did. And I was watching you eat pierogies, and I'm like,
I
no,
put about 10 down. He's
easy.
going up
That's
that
awesome.
hill out
That's-
of the
and
aid
that steep
station.
hill out of
yeah.
there.
Eric,
Yeah,
I don't
pierogies,
feel
like, right on
good.
the tip of your tongue.
He was
Yeah.
behind me, and I could smell his burps. But no, the race is the course is beautiful, and we talked about it last year. And we there was a gentleman. I was just going up the first climb, and a guy behind me goes, "This is your fault," and I'm like, "I don't
That's
know."
when
who's
he
behind
sped
me.
up real fast.
Yeah,
at that
and
point.
I started having a conversation. It was someone that listened to the show, and he signed up because of the show, and
Right.
he did way better than I did, and he loved the course,
Yeah.
and he was really excited. And I think anybody that goes there will have the same feeling because
I think
it's
so.
beautiful to begin
Yeah.
with, but the course is awesome. It's challenging. It's harder.
It's hard. It's deceptively hard.
It is.
It's harder than you think it's going to be.
It
Yeah.
is for sure.
And especially if, that Scout Mountainside, doesn't matter how good you are, it's always going to challenge you.
It's gonna
Yeah.
chew you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my favorite part, and the main thing you have to remember if you're doing this race, is when you finish, you go down a little teeny turn off to go to the park, right? It's like the pavement where the car's pulling. You have to run that section.
You do.
Because I crossed the street and I kind of walked a little bit.
You can walk a little bit.
And then you start seeing
you
people.
start seeing people.
And
Yeah.
you're like, no, got to suck it up.
Yeah.
Then you run and they're cheering. And you're like,
Oh, yeah.
I've been running for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been walking it all. But the finish is great. The race is great. I mean, me and Jill talk about it a lot, but it's because we can't recommend it enough for sure.
I know.
It's for us, too, it's convenient.
Yeah.
You know, hour and 20 minutes maybe drive up there.
Something like that.
Free
But-
camping at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the I never, honestly, and we've talked about this a little bit before, I didn't know because I've driven through there way before I started running there, but it's beautiful up there.
It is.
I mean, the mountain's
You don't realize
big,
it.
and it's just
You get
pretty.
back in there, it's really pretty.
And I don't think a lot of people look at Pocatello.
People just drive through Pocatello.
Yeah, they do. And not for me. I mean, me and Joel talk about that, but we need to go to Pocatello one weekend and just run on the course, run up there.
Yeah.
Because it's not too far. And it's
Well, and the
beautiful.
course has the majority of our best trails.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so carefully picked to have that. I mean, it's the brainchild of Jared Campbell,
Yeah.
right? So he designed.
So how did he come up with that idea?
he has a really good friend, Ryan McDermott, that's
Yeah.
living in Pocatello. They trained together a bunch,
okay.
and so they kind of teamed up to create the Pocatello 50.
Okay.
And then they ran it for several years, got to the point where they didn't want to race direct from afar.
Right.
And they basically said to me, here's the race, take it or it dies.
Right.
And I was like, oh, it's so awesome, and it's here. And so I became a race director.
Nice.
Right on.
Well, you do a great job, and I know,
Thanks.
like you said, you'll talk about your volunteers and everybody else that pulls it together. But
They make it happen.
yeah, and there's a lot of truth to that. But I think
Right.
you still got the head of the snake too, right?
You do.
So it's a great race, and like Joel's going to be in it. He's going to do the 100K.
Eric's running 100K as well.
Yeah.
You'll be running together.
I think
That's right.
I think the key to that race for me is if me and Joel at the end, when we make our burrito or whatever they were, if we can eat them.
Yeah. Last year we couldn't.
Yeah.
We were
a
so
potato
hun-
bar. That's
yeah,
what it is.
that's what it was.
The
We were
potato bar's
so
good.
hungry.
Yeah,
I
from
mean,
local farmers.
Oh.
We
Yeah.
were sitting across from each other, just like staring, and then Joel's like, "I'm gonna lay down." He lays on the bench,
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
had
just
to.
staring at my potato.
Oh my God, that was so rough.
It was so people come.
It
How you
was
guys doing?
so
Like, oh,
hot.
really good. We were like, I'm out. Yeah,
So-
Ty took care of us.
He did. He got us in the
Ty.
river,
Yeah.
the creek, and cooled us off.
Yeah, that's not the best part of the river to soak in, but
dude, it saved
still
us.
river.
Yeah.
Does it say it
It
could have
saved
been?
us.
It
That
could
was
have been a
total
latrine
Zika
right
filled,
next to it. I
right?
still
Yeah.
got in the creek.
So-
latrine.
so while I have a public platform, I'm going to throw a challenge out to other race directors.
Oh, we're in.
Okay,
Let's do it.
so one of the things we try to do at SMUT is to reduce our footprint.
Yeah.
Right, we work really hard at our aid stations to separate out like composting,
Right.
recycling. We work with goo, and all the goo packaging can be sent back to TerraCycle.
That's right.
So I want to throw a challenge out to race directors that if someone at their race can produce less trash,
Okay.
okay, you can sort out your other stuff
Right.
than we do, and prove it. Picture, I'll buy them dinner.
Nice. Me and Joel got a race coming up. We're in. I like that. So,
that's
what are
true, we
some
do.
some of the things that you do to help that? Because there's people
Right.
that you recycle the goo. They have the different garbage cans or
Right. Yep.
recyclables. People cupless is another thing. I mean,
We're cupless. We're plateless at our finish
Yeah,
line. We
it's
have to
pretty
bring
true.
your own stuff, right?
Dude,
I mean,
I
we
had-
have
I
some
had
that
to
people
dig
can
deep to
wash.
Find something for that.
I used a hubcap.
Yeah, I know, right?
So that may seem like an inconvenience to some people.
It's not.
But if you see the trash that's produced afterwards, it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's terrible waste.
Yeah.
So those are a couple of things we do. We TerraCycle all the goo packaging. We compost or feed one of my friend's pigs everything that we can, like banana peels, orange peels. And so the aid station volunteers take an extra step and they peel fruit for you. So
Right.
they're not going to send you with a banana in a peel.
Right.
They'll hand you a peeled banana or
Yeah.
a peeled orange. And so we take all of those things and prep them to make it better. And, you know,
Right.
last year I think we had 35 5-gallon buckets of compostables,
That's a lot.
but we had 3 hefty bags of trash for the entire race.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's
3 for the
unbelievable.
entire race.
That's so impressive.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It
The
really
first
is.
year that I had to do that I did the race before we started making these changes, we filled a dumpster of trash.
Yeah.
Like one of those big ones you have put out in front of your house when you remodel.
Right.
Yeah.
We filled that with trash.
Yeah.
And now we're to 3 garbage bags.
That's
Right.
awesome. Well, that's got
And some fat pigs.
and some fat, tasty pigs.
Tasty little porkers. Yeah.
That's right, Charlotte's Web, all unreal, man.
Charlotte's
Yeah.
Web.
So any RD out there, send me a picture. If you do better than we do, dinner's on me.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome. We'll definitely make sure that's on there.
Yeah.
Because that's really commendable. Because there's more and more races every
We've talked about this a
single
lot. We'd like
year.
to see more race directors do this.
Yeah, and some of it is, it's almost like the easy way out, right? By
Yeah.
not doing it, and it's
Yeah.
more work. Obviously.
It is a lot more work.
but
But
there's more and more races, more and more trash, more and more.
if you build it into your
people-
process, into your system, then after a year or two, it becomes
And you train the runners to bring your
Right.
cup back. You know,
Yeah.
we gave everybody those really rad Ultra Spire cups.
right.
We'll keep doing that.
Yeah,
If you bring it back, we might give you a few dollars off your entry fee.
There you go.
In cash.
that's awesome. Cash is good. Cash
is.
is king.
It is.
Cash is king. Well, you bring some interesting points because there's more and more, not just races, but people racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's setting a good example for those people too.
Right.
Because I remember the first time I heard we're going bring your own cup, I was like, "What? I don't."
You were
get it."
upset.
I don't think I was upset. I was
No.
trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And he wasn't
Right?
like Phil Lowry upset.
Oh, Phil, we love you.
But I was trying to figure it out. I'm like, well, that's weird, right? Because I mean, we volunteered at some local road races.
Oh, cups.
Oh my gosh.
it's
Holy
ridiculous.
cups.
And it's not only the amount, but what happens to them. I mean,
They think
You
they
Cup
have.
explosion.
Yeah.
they're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're
They're
everywhere.
like off course by 4 miles sometimes, and
Yeah.
they miss garbage cans on accident when they're hovering above.
Just
so
on purpose. They're
yeah.
just throwing it on the ground. They think it's
because
acceptable.
and you can now you can kind of see some of that into the trail
you
community.
totally can. Mid Mountain Marathon had that
We got
problem
to
this
train.
year.
We got to change that.
That's the
Mid
thing.
Mountain
It's not
Marathon
acceptable,
had
right?
that problem this year. The first aid station, there was cups on the ground for a good almost 100 yards past the trash can.
Yeah, and it's just not. I mean, you can't expect number one, you can't expect volunteers to just clean up after you because
No,
it's not
you
difficult.
shouldn't.
And
Because
then
they are volunteers.
They are
They're
volunteers,
not your mother.
Right.
and we've had some stories on the show about volunteers that have had problems with runners.
Yeah.
Right.
But what your race is doing too, and other races that do what you're doing, is educating the runner. So if it's
Right.
your first race, because that can happen, it's
I
like,
get a lot of first time.
and it's
runners.
almost
I know.
like, oh, this is the norm, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
now
This
they
is
come
how
in-
we do it.
Yeah,
Yep.
and like, oh, this is cool. So that's the cool part. Because if you go to these other races first, then you're like, oh, you can just check your crap anywhere you want. And someone's
Yeah.
going to take care of it for me.
Yeah. Well, and if you've raced a race like ours, and then you show up, let's say Mid Mountain Marathon,
Right.
and you bring your cup,
Yeah.
rad,
I
right?
know,
and
right?
and Mid Mountain Marathon race directors, think how much money you could save if you didn't have to buy all those cups.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
Yep.
Runners are bringing their own,
Yeah.
so there's solutions to this, and we're the people that are going to make that difference.
Yeah, and it's different thinking for a lot of people
Yeah.
is the
Totally.
problem, and it's like we just said, it's the ease of it because some people's like, oh, I'll just go buy 100 Dixie cups. That's no big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
A lot
You
more
know.
than that.
Well, I mean, just saying for
A lot
a number
more
like
than that.
100 million Dixie cups.
That's like 100 per aid station.
Yeah.
Or take Rock's aid station. That has all 300 runners go through.
Right.
And maybe you have electrolyte drink and water. So there's
Right.
2 per runner. You
Yep.
know, it's crazy the amount
Yeah.
it goes through.
Yeah.
It's just a different mindset, and I've got a few of those little Ultraspire collapsibles.
They're awesome.
And it's not like you have an excuse of I don't want to carry the weight. I don't have anywhere to put it.
Right.
You know, I mean,
You got
it's like-
pockets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you do.
little enough. You could you could use a pocket. You could use your liner if you needed to. Worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario.
Joel's thinking about it. He's like, no, I'm not chafe.
You guys use that squirrel's nut butter stuff, right? Just put a
Oh,
little bit
yeah.
of that and then stick your cup next to it and you're good.
Yeah, tasty. Slides right down. Really good. It's like a tea. It's like a tea bag, right?
No comment.
Yeah. But no, it's awesome that you do that. That's remarkable that you got to 3 garbage bags. That's
Pretty amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and the volunteers at the race really make that happen, right? They buy into it and they're like, this is a cool thing that we can try to do. We do a challenge amongst the different aid stations where we try to see who can produce the least amount of trash. So
Okay.
they're like meticulously picking through the garbage cans, like sorting out the goo
Right.
wrappers or
And what do they
sorting out
get
the
if they win?
compostables. Well, we've done a traveling trophy.
Oh, that's really cool.
I
I,
like that
dig
idea.
that stuff.
Yeah.
I might be upping my game this year.
Mm.
Depends on how quickly we fill up registrations, whether I can do that or not. But I may be trying to, treat that aid station crew to something special
There you go.
beyond just street cred.
Street cred, little bragging rights. So what? I mean, this is another good topic. Is how do you keep, or how do you retain the volunteers that you have? Because I know a lot of race directors have that problem of, oh, we lost this volunteer, and because it's it's not a.
It can be devastating,
Yeah.
right? I mean, we have a handful of key volunteers. I'll give a few shout outs to Dwight, who manages all of our aid stations. Amazing. And he makes sure that the aid station captains are essentially returning.
Right.
And we have a lot of turnover in the volunteers that work at the aid stations, but the captain's the key, that the
Right.
captain comes back.
Yeah.
And then we've got my course marking team, the Spurlocks. They mark the whole course the day before in teams of 3. They get the whole thing done.
That's awesome.
And you just got to treat your volunteers right. You know, you got to take good care of them and make sure that they know that they're really why it happens. Because without them, SMUT wouldn't be a very good race.
No race would be.
It'd be terrible.
We talk about it on the show. It's like you make sure you always thank the volunteers.
Yeah.
No matter how low you are in a race,
Right.
like how bad you feel, you have to take the time to thank them.
Right.
Well, and volunteer for a race.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
That's
huge.
it.
If you
Huge
run,
thing.
go and
Yeah. You should.
help out. It'll change your perspective on how much freaking
Right.
work it is.
It's a game
I'd like to
changer.
see, you know how Wasatch and the Bear wants you to do trail work? I'd like to see them kind of flip that, do volunteer work.
Volunteer work.
Well, there's
yeah.
enough races to do that.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I
and,
mean?
and the more races there are, the more volunteers you need.
Exactly.
And you can't have the same people doing it for every race.
Right.
Because they
that's-
want to run too.
Yeah.
Well, and then they get burnt out.
Yeah.
you
I offer
know.
a free entry to most of my volunteers for the next year.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
But that's a terrible idea because somebody take me up on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
then you don't
So
have any
I-
volunteers. All the same
Yeah.
year, like, yeah, what are you gonna do it? No, wait.
What? Oh, but I need you. So
Yeah, that's
take care of them.
Yeah, the volunteers from the race director standpoint, but also from the runner standpoint,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they exactly what he says. They are volunteering, and without them, you could pay $500 for the race, but
Yeah.
without the volunteers, there's not going to be a race.
That's
No
true.
race.
You know, or it's not going to be nearly as enjoyable.
Or a
Right.
course marking every.
Or it's going to be called the
Oh.
Plane 100.
Yeah,
But you get a belt buckle at that one.
Yeah.
Do you?
I think so. Yeah.
I hope so.
you better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's. I don't know. We love the SMUT race.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep chatting it up
Yeah.
until it fills.
Come race.
It's got to fill
to
by
have you.
April, the latest this
You
year.
think?
We have to.
We're on track for pretty close to that.
Okay.
That's
Well,
if the numbers keep going the way that they're going,
After this show, it's going to have a big bump.
blow it up.
You're
Yeah.
going to see a spike.
Blow
You'll
it
see
up.
a spike.
Now, here we need to do something,
Okay.
and I might even help you out on this.
Oh.
Wendy Jagalowski, I will.
Hey, Wendy.
I will pay for her bump from a 60K to 100K.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. So I think Wendy has some unfinished business with the 60K.
That's-
But
Joel's like, nope.
No,
but you know, Wendy's so awesome. Like
Yeah.
she's like,
let's just throw it right in there.
why don't we just do this? Free upgrade for
Oh
Wendy
my gosh.
Let's
Wendy,
do it.
come
if she
on.
wants it.
No.
Also, Wendy.
It's.
I'm going to say if she wants it.
No, she
I'm
has to do it.
But she has a training partner,
Oh, okay.
Angela.
Yeah, I don't know Angela.
I'm going to
yet.
give a shout out to Angela.
All right, I don't know
Angela
her yet.
works with me, so she
Okay.
puts up with my
Oh, that's right.
idiocy all day. But she runs with Wendy,
Yeah.
and I do the same for Angela.
Okay.
Man,
Dang.
that's awesome.
There we go.
So we were talking about the sustainability stuff.
Yeah.
Why don't we have a competition?
Okay.
You guys like contests on this?
We'd love to.
Dude,
contest.
we always give away. This is like the longest we've gone without giving
Yeah, it's
something
been
away.
Well, let's give
2
away a
weeks.
SMUT entry.
All right, let's
All
do
right.
it.
Distance of your choice.
Yeah.
And what I want to see is I want to see, and I'm gonna kind of do a shameless plug here for Goo.
Do it.
I want to see someone with Goo wrappers packaged to go back to TerraCycle.
Oh, okay. In the mail.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
TerraCycle takes all your Goo wrappers and turns
Right.
them into like bags and stuff, useful things, so they don't get thrown away.
Right.
So Facebook, TrailManners site.
Yeah.
Post your picture of Goo wrappers going back to TerraCycle.
All right.
Whoever has the most Goo wrappers,
Oh, this could get really ugly. Blech.
2 weeks,
Yeah.
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from
So there
launch.
really is two different contests here. Who can eat the most goo
in 2 weeks.
in 2
And
weeks?
put them empty
and-
Raptors in a bag to
in a
get sent
bag.
back. And it has to have the TerraCycle shipping.
All right.
Like you don't have to have your address, but show that it's going to TerraCycle.
We'll
I
we'll
like
put the link on the post for this
Yeah.
episode so
Yeah.
people
And
know
that's
where that is.
SMUT entry, distance of your choice.
Right.
Wow.
Oh man, that's gonna be exciting.
That is going to be exciting.
excited for
I'm
this.
excited because we're giving something away we don't have to ship.
I know. That's good too.
Yeah, right? Yeah, we've given away GoPros.
I'll give you a
and-
handwritten code that you need to mail to them.
Oh, that'll
Okay.
be even better. I found the right post office now to where I never have to wait in line.
Oh, rad. That's always good
I'm
to have.
okay now, but
Yeah.
yeah, I took
Don't
me a
tell
couple
anybody where
months.
it is.
Oh, no
Yeah,
way.
no.
And people would be surprised where it's located. I thought it'd be busy, but I'm in. I got a secret way to get in there too. They know me now.
Back door.
Yeah, I walk in. They know who I am now.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
Norm on Cheers.
He's got a
That's how it is.
concierge
I do.
service.
It's like, yeah, can you guys give me a hot rag, please?
Oh,
Oh, wow.
scented hot
That's
rag.
right, man. That's right. So that's a good contest. So
It
again,
is.
your goo wrappers ready to go back to TerraCycle. The most from 2 weeks from this show launch. There'll be a link on our website.
Yep.
Post a photo on the TrailManners Facebook page.
Yeah.
Free entry to a SMUT race, distance of your choice.
Right.
Bam. Well, Wendy doesn't have to enter because she's already doing the 100K.
Yeah.
So
No problem.
Jill's so excited
I
about
am.
this, man.
And her training partner too, which is even
Angela will be
better.
really stoked.
Oh yeah, she will be.
You know what Wendy did? You might know because you know her, but she had a run for her birthday. or
Yeah.
something.
40.
They ran most of the SMUT course.
And you know, she said whoever comes and join me, she was going to buy him a TrailManners beanie.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, she ended up buying a few.
Angela ran it with her.
So she
Yeah.
I know
probably
that.
So Wendy bought her a TrailManners beanie.
That's
yeah.
rad.
Yeah. So Wendy's.
Shout out.
Yeah, we love her.
I know.
She's been with us from
She
the
might
beginning.
not like us right now.
Like you're the one that threw her out there. I'm
I
not.
had to throw her under the bus a little bit.
a little bit. Just a 60K to 100K.
Hey, Wendy, they'll be running the 100K too. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know.
Right there with you.
Wait, didn't you say we should start volunteering?
Yes, some other race. Because you'll be
Some
running
other
this
race.
one.
I was going to be the guy standing at the road telling him to go across the street.
Yeah.
Oh, that
That's a
guy.
good one,
Whoever
too.
does that, I thank them very much. It's a tough job.
I bring my car.
That aid station's pretty good too, though.
Yeah, that's the ISUPA program,
I'm not sure what that is.
the physician
I'd-
assistant program.
Okay.
So that's where I went to school.
Yeah.
And they come back every year and support. It's rad.
Okay.
That's
super
awesome.
cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So there you go. You got a contest.
I like it.
This is awesome. I love when our guests have contests. This kind of
it makes it so much better.
yeah. We don't have to think.
Yeah.
We don't have to do anything.
Mhm.
So well, we appreciate you coming on the
Yeah,
show.
thanks.
'Cause I know you said you came in last night. We've had some just hellacious
Got here a little late.
weather.
Yeah.
Hellacious weather.
Joel was in his jammies.
yeah.
Almost.
He was,
Wait, those weren't your jammies?
I had some special ones underneath for you. Oh,
I know.
Oh,
We
dude.
didn't get a
so
spoon because I had to drive on.
oh man.
Did you talk to Charles today? He gave me some spoons.
That's hilarious. No, he
I
didn't
have
tell me
some-
about the
I have some
spoons.
spoons upstairs for you and I.
Yeah, he
Fair
shows up to the podcast, and he was supposed to bring tacos first.
But he brought spoons.
He
instead.
grabs 2 spoons and hands them to Joel, and we're all looking at each other like,
That's
"Remember,
not a taco.
that's not a taco. There's only 2, and I
Yeah.
don't see like a bucket of ice cream. So what are the spoons for, right?" And he's like, "Well, because I figured that you and Luke are gonna spoon." So he hands them to Joel,
Oh, that's awesome.
and just for a split second, I was sad.
Because I would totally take pictures.
Because
of
you were going to have the tacos?
No, that you'd think, right?
Oh, right.
But I was like, "Oh, I don't get a spoon."
They're still upstairs if you
Rain
want one.
check.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm gonna save mine because you need your own utensils for the smut.
yeah.
That's right.
I'm
Bring
gonna-
them.
I'm gonna take a hubcap again. There's
Perfect.
plenty of cars in the parking lot.
Yeah,
We'll
there
put
are.
we'll put all the potatoes in your hubcap you want.
That's awesome. And hopefully I can eat them this year.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
All right, so we're going to have links to the SMUT website.
Yep.
So you know where to go register.
Which
'cause
is
I
an
know-
awesome website, by the way.
Yeah, that is. It's by Cat Blue Designs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a K.
Well done.
Yeah.
What about that Bears Ear film? Is there
March 7th.
March 7th?
More to come.
All right.
Okay.
Stay tuned to Single Track Sessions.
Yeah.
That
so we'll
will
have-
be coming out soon
Yeah.
because it is.
The
coming out.
launch date is March 7th. That's
Okay.
when it gets released to the wild.
All right.
Okay. And that's when it's going to be here.
Yeah, in Salt Lake for the
City.
opening.
So they're going to have to announce
Wait, are there
tickets on sale.
like tickets on sale?
I don't know. More to come.
Free
is
to
that
public?
the
Probably free to public is my assumption.
All right.
okay? Is that
First
the
come, first
launch
served
for the
kind of.
world here in Salt
Yeah.
Lake? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I love it, man.
we need to be
world
in on
premiere
that.
then. World premiere.
World premiere.
Yeah, I'll have to wear
Yeah.
my bow tie.
It'll be awesome.
That'll be sweet. My bow tie with my puffy.
Cool.
With your Houdini.
Your new orange one.
Oh, don't get me started. Not just colors, but they come out with new gear.
Yeah.
Right.
They got the new Wind Chaser shirt I was looking at.
Super cool. You know
Is
what another cool one?
What?
Airshed pullover.
I saw that.
It's not a shirt or a jacket.
What is it then?
It's a shacket.
Both.
Jacket.
I just named it.
I don't think that's
Shacket.
the right category, but yes, that's kind of what it does.
It's a
It's
shacket.
super rad, especially for where we live, where it's like chilly but warms up, and yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Worth checking
I
out.
saw that. And then So what was your So I want to. Last year I wore the lightweight Capeline to run. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the Wind Chaser going to do differently?
Well, you'll probably run 10% faster.
with the Wind Chaser.
Yeah.
What if I wear 2?
Negates its benefit.
Yeah.
You just
What
get
if,
one.
What if I wear the tank under the shirt? Is that 15
Well, the
to
tank
20?
is 15% faster on its own because you're showing off your guns.
Okay.
That's true.
All right. So you like the Wind Chaser shirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was with all of those things we talked about. I was involved with the development process some,
Oh, you were?
and so used them all last year.
Okay.
And the
Well, then
airshed even before that.
Now
so.
I'm sold because I was on the fence. I'm like, am I going to go back to the lightweight again this year? Because
I love the lightweight.
Blue. That
Yeah.
blue they made
But-
last year was just.
But
That
the Wind
was on
Chaser is
point.
amazing.
But they got the turquoise.
The turquoise
scheme.
gray combo.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's sexy.
Yeah,
It's
the gray and
spicy.
yellow one's pretty rad too.
That is rad. But the shorts match the
Yeah.
shirt on
You
the
can
turquoise.
full kit. You can
Yeah.
full kit. Well, and there's a
Oh, the
short that
okay,
matches
I know
the
which
shirt
one
too.
you're talking about
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go full Wind Chaser.
Yeah, there's a
then.
gray short with like the yellow trim on it.
Yeah,
that
I'm
matches
getting
the
those.
shirt.
Yep, definitely getting those.
Okay, because that's what I've been looking at, and I
Mhm.
can't decide. My list right now, my spreadsheet. I have a Patagonia spreadsheet, and that's
Yeah.
not allowable.
He and
right
Jared
now.
collaborated on this.
That's
spreadsheet.
rad.
I
Has
do.
Jared seen it?
No,
No.
no one's seen it. I'm
You should
just
take it
putting
to Rufa
together.
and show it to him.
Oh, that'd be awesome. It's pretty expensive right now, though. Like I make one, and then I start whittling. Right?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
like, yeah, I probably don't need 4 of those because I want the Houdini pants now.
They're
too.
awesome.
Gosh dang it! Quit saying
I'm
that.
sorry, they're rad.
I like this shirt you got on. This jacket you got on.
It's
What's
a
that?
Soon to be released
Man,
Okay, we're gonna have to wrestle that off.
in the fall. In the fall.
Is it? I like it.
that ain't gonna fit me. It's all yours.
No, that's why I'm gonna wrestle them off of it.
Well, then you're going to be my one-stop Patagonia resource to find
Glad
out
to
what,
help.
what I
Glad to
need
help.
because I'm on the fence. When they come out with new stuff, I'm like, okay, is it that one or should I just stick to what I know?
If it's part of the trail running line, there's a very good chance that I've used it and helped develop it.
Okay.
So.
I just was waiting for something to come out with your name on it, like
Nah, it's not really their style.
the Luke Chaser instead of the Wind Chaser.
Luke
That's in the women's line, right?
Chased. Sorry, ladies.
Chased.
But it says Chaser. They're not going to catch it.
That's right.
Right? It's
That's
just
true.
it's a marketing
It's only
scam.
one. Only
It's-
one catch for me.
It's only a marketing scheme. That's all it is. That's all it is. All right. Well, I'll have to show you guys my spreadsheet. when
I'll
we
check
get
it out.
off. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can put an X by the things I have to get, and then the other things.
Is it
like,
color
no,
coded?
Almost.
Not yet. I color code
should.
it when I whittle
Like
it down.
high priority,
Yeah.
medium
I'll
priority?
show you my race list for this year. It's color coded.
Awesome.
Yeah.
His
Green-
race list
When you
is
put
my
that
text
SMUT 100K.
messages.
It
He gets
is.
a text message from me every day.
Yeah.
Dude, we gotta do this race.
You know, he doesn't just text message me. It's like 10:30 at night, and he FaceTimes me.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, man, I'm getting ready to lay down."
And I'm like, got the covers over my head.
So that your wife can't hear you FaceTime?
Yeah,
Is that what you're doing?
That's what he's
Got a
doing.
pillow in between us.
He's like, "Hey, man, there's a race."
baby, there's a race. No, not you, sweetie. Hey, baby.
And my wife's like, "Who's that?" I'm like,
Oh, it's just Joel.
"It's Joe."
She's like, okay.
Joel sounds hideous.
Is he under the covers again talking to you about races?
Yeah. He's FaceTiming me. It's this new thing we do because we've been doing Facebook Lives too.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
those are cool. We've done
We're gonna
2.
get really good at those.
Yeah, we will. I just
Yeah.
launched a video of Joel running
I
tonight
know. I
before the
look
show,
terrible. I had those egg weights.
and then you had yak tracks on. Or
Oh yeah.
Man, you're a disaster.
I was, dude. I was a hot mess, as Debbie Parker would say. I was.
just something for Ty Draney to call you out on.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
He totally busted my nuts on that.
Form
Yeah.
drill type. We need some form drills.
Yeah, we do big time.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's it. That's going to wrap it up for this episode of the TrailManners podcast. But there's plenty to make sure you go back to the show notes with links and
Yeah.
contests. Don't forget to support all the things we talked about.
Yeah.
You know, volunteer at races.
Please do.
You know, RD challenge.
One last thing.
Yeah,
There's that thing in first part of May. There's like some festival thing here in Ogden.
yeah.
I think I'm going to be here, right?
I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, did you hear that? That's a world announcement.
I almost forgot about that.
You guys didn't talk about it on the other show when you were talking about all the rad things that were going to happen.
Well, we talked
We
about
didn't.
it.
No.
How can we not
You
talk
didn't
about it?
talk about that.
Well, no, back up on that because we've only trying to talk about it on single track sessions. Like
Oh.
these interviews, we're trying not to like.
Hey, I'm just going to say it because I'm excited about it.
We're excited.
Should
We're
come to
way
Trail Fest.
excited. We're
It's gonna
way-
be fun.
There's just so many levels.
Have
right
you been
now.
to the Solomon building yet? I know you're not. A
Oh, yeah,
Solomon
the Armor
athlete.
Sports thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing's rad.
Yeah, it's cool.
It is
It's a
so
cool building.
And they got that cool little auditorium inside there.
Oh, I haven't been in there.
Oh,
That's
that's
neat.
super cool. It's going to be the
That's
film
like
itself
bonus. You
is
walk
going to
in,
be
you're like, what is this?
yeah,
Rad.
killer food.
Yeah. Good food.
Really good stuff we're going to have there. And Joel keeps texting me, like, cool things we're going to keep adding to the, the festival.
Well, I was down Slackwire tonight, and I was like, oh, we need to do a Kids K. I was like, dude, Kids K.
And I put it on my spreadsheet.
Yeah, so we're going to do Kids K now.
Yeah, got to involve the kids.
Yeah.
Because the race we're doing is, just real quick, and I don't know if you probably know because you listen to the show, but the Gib Wallace Memorial.
Right.
Gib Wallace helped
Was a
design
trail builder.
and build
Yeah.
all this.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of a way to say thank you, especially for his family.
Yeah.
Totally.
He's got a big family who loves the outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, one of his grandchildren came and did SMUT as a big race for him.
Oh,
last
no
year.
kidding.
Ben Wallace.
Yeah, Ben Wallace.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, so it's
He's
kind
a
of
good
a
guy.
he
Yeah,
is
totally.
He's a great guy.
He's going to be a
And-
fast runner, too.
Yeah,
Serious.
He is.
He
Yeah.
will be.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's part of it. So we'll do a little Kids K because Joel just texted me. So when Joel texts me, we pretty much do those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means it's legit.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's spicy, frosty.
Wrote it down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
the
It's in my phone. It's
spreadsheet.
going to happen.
Yep. So yeah, you hear that? Luke's coming down, folks. So
I know.
I think we're gonna sell out pretty quick.
See you in
now.
May.
Yeah, whatever tickets we have left. So
I know.
well, Luke, thanks for taking the time. I know you gotta
Yeah.
drive still.
Yeah.
And you've
Go
had a
do some
long day
driving.
at OR, being the celebrity.
Mhm.
You know, signing autographs and posters and
Yeah.
whatnot.
There wasn't much of that. but,
Trimming
yeah.
mustaches.
A lot of stoke.
yeah.
Making fun of mustaches, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy down there. Trucker hats, mustaches, and puffies.
For
It's
3
filled
men
up.
in a basement with beards, we can make fun of mustaches all day long.
That's
I
right.
know, right?
And I just-
real men have beards.
That's
and I
right.
finally trimmed mine because it was bad. It was so bad.
I'm waiting to trim mine until he leaves.
You had to grow it just for him.
But now Ty's going to be here next week, and I can't. I got to
Oh,
let it go.
yeah. You
No,
have to get it
because he
go.
crushes it in the beard world.
Yes,
Yeah.
you guys blow me away. I can't. I tried.
Just got to commit, man.
I committed to it.
Get through the awkward phase. It happens.
Yeah, it was awkward.
The awkward
Well, I'm trying
phase.
to I'm trying
Talk
to
to Ty about 307.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to find a job, right? And
Yeah,
so
it makes it harder.
harder. when I go into an interview and I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm here for the interview, and like, soup's down the hall, bro.
Yeah,
You know?
soup.
Makes it harder.
Yeah. So you got to kind of do it a little bit.
Fair enough.
Right.
Fair
and I
enough.
got a haircut.
I
too,
won't
so
tease you about it.
Thank you. Tell I'm employed, then I can get gnarly again.
Fair enough.
It's kind of like when you meet your wife, right? You got a show, and then it's like you can let yourself go. That's what I told my wife. So I told my wife, I said, sorry. So it's kind of false advertising.
There's the real deal.
Yeah, sorry, honey. This is kind of really how it is. So I stink. Anyway, right on. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Third time. We love having you on the show. It's like
Glad to
one of
be
our
here.
regulars
Yeah.
for sure, because the way you look at like rock, and we look at you the same way. You're just
Right.
one of those guys in the sport that you do the right thing, you do it for the right reasons, and you're just a hell of a guy. So
Yeah.
we
Thanks
love
so
having you
much.
on the show. Keep doing what you're doing. We're going to promote the heck out of the race. Also, trying to get people to realize what they can do to volunteer and reduce waste. So,
Yeah.
Awesome.
and don't forget the Bears Ear film that's coming out through Patagonia. They always do cool stuff as usual.
We'll see you there.
Yeah, we're going to be down there for
Oh, yeah.
sure on that. And if you see me, and I might need help carrying around some of my gear to the register, so show up early.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Luke. Have a safe trip home, and
so much.
good luck. And we can't wait to talk about more 2017 when you're ready to spill.
When the cat comes out of the bag.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the TrailManners podcast. Once again, we'd like to thank Luke Nilsson for taking the time to join us. Don't forget to check out the show notes so you can see more about the SMUT race, as well as the RD Challenge. We also want to encourage everybody to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at TrailManners, or swing by the website at trailmanners.com. There you can hit a tab, head over to our store, check out some gear, buy some gear, or you can hit us up on the contact page. Let us know what you want to see, who you want to hear, or even if you would like to be on the show. So until next time, this is Eric Manning with Joel Hatch reminding you don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. Now go get it.